Focus for Your Podcast with John and freaking Aaron, the glitchy freaking Aaron. What's up, bro?
Bro, you
You
took
glitched
my
right there,
line.
bro.
You took my
You
line.
glitched.
I was gonna do the whole open, but it's like, hey man, yeah, that's John's thing. Let him fucking have it, Aaron. Let him have it. So
Right, hey, right after the music, bro. I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, man. You found a gem with our music. Our intro music is just,
pretty cool. Pretty
bro.
cool. Guys, if you fucking love our intro music, let us know. Let us know. So it is last episode of 2025.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. Fuck. Where's the year gone? Honestly.
bro.
Hey, I'm gonna also do something for this episode because YouTube hate it when we use profanity. So I'm going to
Okay.
do my absolute best to not swear. And you
Okay.
know, us Kiwis, us Aussies, we love to be putting in the see you next Tuesday and the F bomb. So I'm gonna do my best for the for the last episode of the year. Last episode
All
of the
right, challenge accepted, Aaron. Let's see.
Mate, you don't need a challenge. You're the golden child over there. Here I am. You know, it's like this little potty mouth. Right Bro,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
where do we start with 2025, man? Because I remember the conversation we had. It was either towards the end of last year or the start of this year. And again, it was a reflection back on 2024.
Yep.
And yeah, 2024 was a challenging year for all of us.
Hmm.
2025 was a challenging year for me. Um, that's right. Yeah, we had that little conversation where I was in a relationship and it ended. That's right. You know, to start 2025, kind of
Yeah.
all over
Wow.
again, all over again. Yeah.
Damn.
So I want you to kick it off, bro, because you've had like it's been a massive, massive year. I want you to tell us the story. And man, I don't want you to I don't want you to like, dull it down. I don't want you to tell a short version of the story, bro. We want to know all of it, all of it. And hey, the story will take as long as it takes because I know you always go, I know this is a long way of saying it. We want to hear the story. So 2025, what did it teach you? And what do you now look at it at the end of a year and thank 2025 for?
Ah, man. Oh, man, Aaron. We talked offline, bro, and one thing that I just has stuck with me just since you said it, writing your own code. And bro, that goes in so many different directions, in my career, but my personal life, dude. When I started this year, Aaron, there's been this missing piece. And Focus 20 now coaching has been around since January of 24, right? So it's working on year number 2, which
Mm,
is cool.
mm,
But it's just always been a missing piece for me, Aaron. And I couldn't figure out what it was. I would hear people say bits and pieces, right? And meaning, hey, you're not being vulnerable enough. Hey, you're not letting people know the real John. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I've sat here on this podcast and cried. I've told you guys plenty of times about Jaden, right? What do you mean I'm missing? What am I missing? What is it? But what I didn't realize, Aaron, was doing all the things, doing everything, right? Routine is down packed. I don't need to think about it. I don't need to set a timer. Focus 20 is not something that I intentionally have to think about. It's just done, right? Everything's just done. What is it? What the fuck is missing? I don't understand it, right? By the way, I think I just screwed up our profanity thing. All right,
You're
fine.
allowed.
But
It won't recognize you.
but yeah, so here's the thing, Aaron. So I don't get it. Right? So as these months go on, right, the start of the year happens. I'm getting up. I'm going into minus 5 degrees to work out on a Sunday morning. Don't want to, blah, blah, right? All the things, Aaron. So what is it? What's the spark? What is that thing missing? What I realized, Aaron, was when people were asking me and feedback, and I was getting feedback and stuff. First of all, I wasn't really receiving the feedback in the right way, which told me that there was something wrong because you're supposed to be able to do that,
Mm.
right? That's how
Yeah.
you get better, is feedback. So it wasn't, I didn't like it. It was irking me a little bit. The second thing was I felt like I was just still, Aaron, going through the motions, workouts, relationships. Everything was just going through the motion. There was nothing rocking. And it's because I wasn't rocking, meaning I wasn't really being sincere with my feelings, with the things that I didn't like. I would just stay quiet. I realized that that's been a childhood thing for me. That has gone all the way back. And I think I had mentioned this briefly last week, so I'll kind of open
Mm.
it up a little bit more here. Is that when you're the oldest child, or at least in my case, I just wanted to please everybody. I wanted to make sure that everybody was good in my crowd, everybody liked me, everybody wanted to get along with me, everybody wanted to hang out with me. If you were mad at me, why? So as this year's kind of wrapping up, I start to open my mouth a little bit more. And I start to go, well, why though? I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. And when I was taking those pauses, Aaron, and sitting with it, I realized that I didn't like it. Certain things I did like and certain things I didn't like. And I'm not talking about just a broad scale of things, Aaron. I'm talking about family, talking about what I would hear at work, all
Yeah.
these things, right? And when I would do that, I'm like, but I'm getting responses. I'm getting people that say, "Oh yeah, John, this is why I felt the way I felt." Or John, this is what I didn't agree with. And all of a sudden, just like I was running into grief, Aaron, I was now running into the confrontation that I've always avoided. So that was huge for me
Mm.
because that just happened in this last quarter, Aaron. It's just been this constant thing with me, bro, where I would just shut it down and not really be who I was or shrink down to fit the room. I didn't even realize I was doing that. But what I would realize is I would get onto Instagram or whatever and I would do my lives or I would do my posts. The guy you saw on Instagram would be in the same room and you wouldn't recognize him because I changed a chameleon, did a
Yeah.
little chameleon trip, right? Oh, around these people, I can't do this because they'll get mad at me. All
Mm.
right, I can't
Mm.
say this or I can't say. So I was censoring myself, Aaron. A
Wearing a
lot of
mask.
this, yeah, yes. And so, dude, this year I thank 25 for allowing me to remove the mask and really stand up for my kingdom. And and I've said this before in other parts, right, Aaron, of my life, but it's just changed the game when I'm saying why at work now.
Mm.
And I'm talking like Aaron, before I wouldn't even do that. I would sit there like again, super silent. If I didn't agree with something, I'd just be shaking my head. Like, this is just and nobody would understand why. Maybe they thought I was having a bad day or something. Second I started speaking up, hold on a second, time out. This is what I understand. Am I missing something? Because if I am, let me know. Right? I give you the benefit of the doubt because I don't understand it. And then, oh yeah, you're right, John. We didn't think about that. Boom, light bulb. Light bulb goes off because I'm like, whoa. You mean all of that? Everybody else was thinking the same thing, but nobody had the guts to say it. I said it.
Powerful. Powerful.
And dude, and then the same thing, my marriage, the same thing. I just, hey, wait a second. Just curious. Can you answer this question for me? Because what am I missing? And I just realized now, bro, that that's going to come with a lot of battle because not everybody's going to agree. There's going to be a lot of battleground.
Cool.
But dude, the armor's there now. And so I will tell you, bro, that right there is by far one of the biggest lessons of this year is removing the mask. That's and saying
Wow.
truly what needs to be said, calling it like it is. And again, like you said, creating and writing my own code.
So you've also been, and it's two parts in this one. The first one is, would you say that when you started opening up and not being the afraid little John, like you started getting confirmation from other people because they weren't offended with what you were saying. So you were just getting confirmation on you opening up because there was a lot of questions, obviously, that you were seeking answers
Aaron,
for.
it's like anything else, bro. And I watch a lot of content, right? A lot of motivational content. And I think it was Frashella that said, as long as it stays up here, you'll never go.
Mm.
You'll never go. You'll always sit right here and find a reason why. Oh, if I ask Aaron about this, he's going to get mad at me. Oh, if I ask my wife about this, she's going to get mad at me. Do you know that? Or are you just thinking that to get
And
yourself out of it? And so now, dude, it's just hit the gas
yeah,
and let it unfold as it should instead of trying to control it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I do. And then we're asking the questions and you're not getting that like fight back or that pushback. You're like, oh, fuck, it's actually not that hard. The other thing is that are you now finding that it's different? It's, look, and the type of person that you are, it's never going to be from an egotistical perspective anyway, but you're now more unapologetic to yourself, not necessarily to other people, but more unapologetic to
Yes.
yourself. Now, one question I want to ask you, who is John? Who are you today?
You mean today?
Who's John?
I think for me right now, the best word that I can tell you, one word to describe it now is unapologetic. That's what it is. It's just that I'm not there to hurt your feelings, but I also understand that for every person I talk to, guess what? There's going to be somebody that doesn't like what I have to say. There's also going to be plenty of people that like what I have to say. But I've got to be able to treat every situation the same.
Mm.
And dude, I for the life of me, Aaron, could not stand that earlier this year. I couldn't stand it when somebody disagreed with me, and I couldn't stand it when somebody didn't like me. Those were two things that were, I think, were, again, I carry it from childhood.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is, Aaron, turning the age of 50, and it has a really
But it's bizarre, right?
small little tiny piece of it, Aaron. But what I'm saying is, I don't know why it sticks with me because it's just a number. But I think what it is for me, bro, is it's a milestone that is a beautiful thing, right? And for me, I'm like, but now that I have made it this far, I've learned what I've learned. But now, what do I want to do with the back half? What do I want to do with the back? They call it the back nine. I think that's what you said, the back half of the golf course, right? It's like, what now? Right? I've learned so much. I've taken so much away from the first 50. What happens on the other half now that's going to make me just rise up with just so much happiness and gratefulness and just being able to have the ability to bless others in the process, right? All these things, Aaron, are just it's just pretty simple for me. And it's one of those things that I don't think about um, what is going to come out of it because I can't control that. It's more of just, look, if I have a question, I'm going to ask you the question.
Mm.
And it might suck. And instead of me sitting there rehearsing it for 20 minutes and be like, well, I'm going to say this, I'm just going to ask the question. And if I get pushback, then I get pushback, but at least I understand why. Right. And bro, honestly, Aaron, that's all it is. It's just the why. I don't really know. I mean, they tell you to find your why and all this stuff, but it's just like, if I don't get it, I'm going to ask. And if I feel threatened, I'm going to protect.
Unapologetic. Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah. And you know what? You actually said it before, like when you hit 50, it's just things change. All of a sudden, yeah, it's just a number thing, and it's just
It's
like,
just a number.
yeah, like it's really bizarre.
But it
And
makes you think. I think that's all
hell
it does.
yeah.
It's just a mind thing. You
Yeah.
know, it's not a I
Well,
don't feel older, I don't feel this. It's none of
no,
that. It's not
no.
it's just a I made it through the first 50, so now what? That's
Because
what it is.
yeah, because I think you highlighted it a bit last week. It's like now, what can I leave behind? It's kind of like the first 50 you're
Yes.
taking. from life,
Yes.
and
Yes, bro.
see how far you can push
Good
it
one.
without going to jail or fucking killing yourself along the way. There's that, but now it does get to a point where all of a sudden it's like, all right, because we all know that there's so much that we can't take with us, and we talk about it a lot on this podcast about leaving a legacy behind. And I think it does get to a point, it's a bit of a wake up. And that's when the
Yes.
unapologeticness comes in. That's when I'm not afraid to ask a question. And like, I'm going to ask a question because I want to understand. I'm no longer telling myself if you're going to ask a question, you're going to look like a fool. It's not that at all. It's
Right.
like, I need to understand. And if I don't understand and you're getting pissed off because I'm asking a question for you to, explain it to me again, then maybe you should look at how you deliver. So we're no longer looking at
That's a
ourselves
you
again.
problem,
100%.
right, bro? And I think
Have you
that's what it
noticed
comes
that?
down to, man. It's a
Have you
you
noticed that
problem.
changed? Yeah. Have you noticed that that's now all of a sudden shifted for you? It's like, I know who I am. I'm now getting to know who I am. I'm now starting to step into who I am. And if you're offended by what I say, I'm certainly not meaning that, but I don't have to fucking apologize all the time.
Apologize. Yeah. Yeah. Now, and again, to your point, Aaron, it doesn't mean you walk around like a prick, right?
Of course.
That's not what this life is, Aaron. But man, you said it so spot on. I got to repeat it. The first 50 I took, the next half, what can I leave?
All
And
right. We're
that's
trademarking.
so spot on, Aaron.
That is
So
trademarked.
good, bro.
No one can take that from us. That's trademark. That is
Man.
the Focus Warrior podcast trademark.
Oh my God.
It's
That's
so true.
great, Aaron.
I think we overcomplicate things so much like, I don't know what it is, but like the complication in how we attack our life or how we play the game of life. We try and complicate it so much, and it's actually really not that complicated at all. It's not that hard. Come from a good place, random acts of kindness, and make sure what are you doing to get better? Because we can constantly get better. Like you can sit there and go, I don't need to get better. I'm living a great life. Cool. Are you happy? If you're happy, great. But then there will get to a point where life means something different. And we don't always have to have a label for whatever it is that we're thinking. And I think a lot of people already always have to justify. There's got to be a label for everything we do. Well, no, there doesn't. Sometimes it's just like
No,
unanswered things, and it's like you get it. You're kind of like you're aware of it, you're understanding, but it doesn't have to have a label. And like you're
exactly, Aaron. And you know what it is, bro? And sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to say this one thing about it. It's when you preface it with who you are. When
mm,
you go, I am this person and this is why I'm saying this. You don't got to say that. Don't speak in the third person. You don't have to do that.
mm.
You ask it unapologetically, and whatever comes out of it on the other side is what happens. But you don't sit there and go, "This is what I stand for, and this is who I am, and go me, and this." You do that with the way that you carry yourself and the way that you show up every day.
Yeah,
That's how that comes out. Comes out through action.
yeah. One really like another bit of a follow-up question, because this year for you, gym wise, has been like another level. Like last year was kind of like a bit of a warm-up, whereas this year you you said it before, man, you're going to the gym in 5 degrees, and we're talking 5 degrees like Fahrenheit, not 5 degrees Celsius. 5 degrees Fahrenheit, when you're looking at Celsius, is bloody near minus 18 degrees. Like it's snow
Yes, it's
and
cold.
ice, and it's cold. It's really cold.
It's cold.
So for those guys that are listening in Australia, it's really, really, really cold. I was about to say the F word, but it's really cold. Anyway, um, have you noticed that the more dedicated you've been going to the gym and looking after yourself, not from a health perspective, but from a physical perspective, pushing yourself to be stronger? You had your back injury also this year as well, so that kind of
Yes.
tested
Yes.
you, and now you're training a little different. So have you found that you going to the gym, getting physically stronger, has that helped you become more confident in who you are and being able to be a lot more unapologetic, John?
Definitely, bro. And I'll say this, man. It's only because I stopped with the labels, right? and of course everybody has a why when they go to the gym. Hence the reason why in a couple of weeks, guess what? We're gonna get the why people back in there. But
Oh
dude,
no.
it's
Yeah.
but the thing about it is, Aaron, is it's not about anything more than me not letting myself down. That is it, dude. I mean, I understand how to lift. I've been doing it now consistently for a while, right? I understand when I go in there, it's time to get to work. I understand what I'm doing. I put some really cool motivational things on in my ears when I'm working out that just push me, dude. It's usually like a Freshella podcast or something. It's pretty cool. But I just get in this zone, dude. And as I'm doing it, Aaron, I don't know if you've ever done this, man, but you start to have conversation with yourself in
Always.
the sense of, I'm proud of you. Man, look at you. You're doing it.
Yep.
You showed up here, even though it's 5 degrees outside. You showed up and you're
Every
still
time.
here. And you got your butt out of bed on
Yeah.
a Sunday morning when you didn't have to, and you're here. I'm proud of you.
Every
Dude,
time.
inner internal dialogue
Yeah.
is next level.
Every time. Every time you lift another PB, every time you lifted the same weight you lifted last week, but you got an extra rep. Yeah. All of those add up to going, fuck yeah, we're winning the day. And like I'm the same with
We're
you,
winning
man.
the day.
I listen to podcasts all the time. I hardly ever listen to music. And when I keep telling people that I don't listen to music anymore, I only listen to podcasts, people are like, what, really? And I'm like, yeah, man, that just wires me. Like it doesn't need to wire me from an aspect of being all psycho. I need to be in my head and I need to be present in that moment. And the thing for me to do that is I've got to be listening and I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to learn how to get better. I want to
There it
learn
is.
how to control my own thoughts, but not only control my own thoughts, I also want to pick up on the pattern of the stuff that I want to change. So yeah, podcast for me all the way. I love it. I love it. Whereas music is a distraction. It's like music. If I listen to music, I'm not in a present moment. I'm not dealing with what I need to deal
Right.
with. And if I want to get better every single day, man, I need to be aware of what I'm saying, what I'm doing, what my mannerisms are like, what I'm thinking. And if I don't change that, nothing's going to change. So awesome. Now,
Bro, I mean, the best way that you keep dropping these gems, dude. But one of the things I hear all the time is if you're not learning, the man or woman that stops learning is the one that starts to die. Because, dude, and again, I mean, yeah, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, you're gonna die anyway." But I'm just simply saying that you're slowly cooking your brain by not learning.
I can't help but laugh at those people. You're going to die anyway. It's like, really, how do you want to die? Do you want to die knowing
But
that you've given,
how?
you know,
Yeah, like
knowing that
giving
you've
up.
given,
Is that what you
yeah,
want to do?
yeah,
Just give up?
and just like,
Is
just,
that the goal, or is the goal to be dude? I mean, because that's the thing, man.
yeah,
And
yeah,
dude, you probably know bros that have retired, man, and they just become a shell of who they were.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
man, you see it all the time, eh? You see it all the time. You even see people that give up before they even retire. It's like they get to the age, what is it, like a 50? They get to a certain age where it's like, you know what? It's all downhill from here. And it's like, I got nothing to live for. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, all of that stuff. And I'm like, get the fuck. Yeah, okay.
Oh
Right at
man,
the end. Like,
man.
if
I
you want
mean, the
to,
age. I feel like the age has to light you up, Aaron.
yeah,
Whatever age that is, bro. I keep using my age, but dude, I know some 35-year-olds that are like, I'm old and this. And I'm like, you're not. I mean, you need to stop that. I
yeah.
mean, bro, the thing about it is, man, is that goes back to I talked about that internal dialogue.
Hmm.
Whatever you tell yourself, you're believing it. So
Correct.
I've met bros in the barber shop, and I see them week in and week out, how you guys doing? Or how you doing, man? How's things? How's life? How's the family? I just sitting here getting old, man. First of all, you got to stop saying that shit. Like I'm not with it. I don't like it because it feels like you're defeating yourself. You just
Agree.
accepted whatever it is, and
Agree.
you just there's no other life for me. I'm just married with kids now, and it's just what it is. It's like, no, that
Miserable.
that's yes, that's a reality, but that's not the only
You know
reality.
what?
You can change whatever you want,
Yeah, and
right?
it's like you want to be mediocre for the rest of your life, and it's like, really, dude,
Yeah.
I give myself a high five every single time I get a personal best. I'm 56 years old. I don't take TRT. I'm not on steroids. I don't take any testosterone. I'm getting PBs at my age, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. I had to,
Yeah.
I had to say the F
You
bomb.
do it. Yeah.
I had to.
So close, Aaron.
Oh, good on you, Aaron. It's like, man. But yeah, it's like, and when you tell that story to someone else, especially someone who's like 35 or 40, but when you tell that story to someone else, they're like, are you kidding me, man? That's
Yeah.
epic. And I say, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So I want to just, and I think when you get to that point and you get a small win, or when you experience a win that you haven't experienced for a decade, that's when it's like, oh shit. Okay, I've still got more in me. All right, let's see if I can find another win. Let's see if I can, find something else that's going to bring me a little bit of joy. And then you just get hooked on it. And it's like, all right, man, I've got a lot of years left in me. Let's give the let's see if I can live the my life as fullest as I possibly can.
And Aaron, you know what that means, bro? Is that means that you have not given up and
Mm,
that you're
mm.
saying to yourself that there's more to it.
Hell yeah,
And
there is.
and once again, bro, I was talking to you offline. You're not going with the flow anymore. Now you're deciding to take the U-turn and maybe, start swimming against a little bit and seeing
Yeah.
what else you can discover in the process. Dude, I really think, Aaron, that living life how you were when you were young and every morning that you woke up, it was like, how quickly could I get
Jumped out
outside
of
to
bed. Yeah.
go hang with my bros?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What are we gonna do today, guys? I mean, dude, at some point you lose that.
Yep. Yep.
And it's important that we get that
Well,
back as adults.
have a look at the how the world is now compared to what it was 20 years ago. And the one thing I think you get to is like, I'm not going to be living my life on my knees. It's like, yeah, man, I've got to still fight for something, and I've still got to
Yeah.
fight for. It's not really, having a life that my grandkids would be proud to live in. It's not about that. It's all about that, it's preserving something that you can cherish and hold on to that no one can take away from you.
Well,
And
dude,
it's
that's a
different
good
for
way.
everyone. It's different for everyone.
Aaron, that's such a good way to put it, bro. I think the reason why people do that is they give that power to something else
Yeah,
or someone else, right? I
agree.
want to be healthy for my grandkids. That's beautiful, but now you're putting all that pressure on the grandkids, right?
Mm, mm,
They
mm,
have to be proud,
mm,
otherwise I failed.
mm,
No,
mm.
what about can you just do it for you?
Yeah,
And guess what the bonus is that your grandkids get you at a healthy weight, at a healthy level where you can jump on the trampoline with them and you can do X, Y, and Z with them, right?
yep, yep.
That's just one entity, bro. But I'm just saying, like, when you give it away to something else, that's when you fail. That's
Correct.
when you stop because you just go, well, I said I was going to do this, but
Yep.
one's not going to be
And
that. You
and
know what I mean?
when you've got people that want to take power away from other people, and be able to control, and it can be anyone. Fuck, it could be your wife for all sakes of it doesn't have to be government or anyone. It can be anyone in your family. It can be your wife or anything like that. So yeah, as soon as you start standing for yourself, not necessarily for something, but standing for you, and living your best life, you're holding on to your power. You're holding on
Everything's
to,
a bonus.
yeah. So,
Everything's a bonus after that, brother.
yeah,
You're 100% right, dude. So to just kind of put a pin in it, Aaron, that you asked me at the beginning, and I think that's what I think 2025 for is
big
helping
yeah.
me discover what's in here and what I really
Oof,
want from
watch
this
out.
life, bro.
Yeah.
Not
Big
just a
John,
yeah. What
man.
was it? What was the title back in the day, bro? Big John
Big John,
Stud.
Big John Stud. You know what? This is it though. And when you actually have a look at how you have grown as a man to where you are now, the unapologetic John today compared to who he was, shit, 4 or 5 years ago. Let's not even just
Yeah.
talk about 12 months ago,
Yeah.
but the growth in such a short period of time, and you going, nah. And I think also when you have a look at it, I've got too many things I want to achieve before my lights out. And that's
Before my
when you
life's
start to
done.
realize that, yeah, it's like, hey, if it's not now, then when kind of attitude. So yeah,
Man,
man, love it.
man,
It's been a
man,
journey,
man.
bro. It's been a journey for you.
Yes.
And I've loved. I've loved witnessing it. I love having these conversations. Guys, just go back, have a listen to, who John was 6 months ago, 12 months ago, to this conversation here. It's a beautiful thing to witness. And I know that it's just that like things are only going to be incredible moving forward. And who knows? Who knows? Because you've talked about Texas a little bit. You've talked about condo, you talked about Texas, you talked about, the type of life that you live. Give us a little bit of a, not, that doesn't even have to be goal orientated. What are you most looking forward to? I'm not going to say 2026. What are you most looking forward to tomorrow?
Oh man, in the space that I'm in right now, Aaron, I think for me right now is just what am I going to learn next? I think that's if I can shrink it down to the littlest thing, Aaron, because I'll tell you what, bro, everything's a lesson.
Mm, mm,
Everything we do is a lesson. Every
mm,
decision we make, there comes a lesson with it, right?
mhm.
And it's like, what can I do tomorrow that I didn't do today? Right? And that's, of course, that I get tomorrow. Right? And so it's just this intriguing thing, man, where I don't go further out than that, right? I
Yeah.
can I can only
Nah,
have this moment with you.
dude, we can't.
But
Yeah.
but but if I get tomorrow, it's like, what am I going to learn then?
Yeah,
You know,
man.
what did I do today that's going to help credit tomorrow? Right, bro? And I think that's why I get so obsessed, man, with what I do every day, Aaron, and how I take it a little bit further every time is I'm just like, what can I do today that's going to help my tomorrow? You know, willing that I get it.
Mm.
Right? What all can I do that's going to make it so that tomorrow is just, wow, I already got this done. Oh, wait a minute, that's already done too. All right, that means that we can open up new space for new things because you know you can do it.
Hell
You've
yes.
done it before. Do it again, right? And it's just rinse and repeat, dude. But it's just when the repeat comes, it's what else am I going to learn as a result of this? And dude, not all the lessons are good, Aaron. Some of them are just like, damn, that
Oh,
was stupid.
they're
Why
gonna
did I
kick you
do
in.
that? But
Yep.
you just learn and you keep learning whether the good, the bad, and the ugly come in.
Yep. Yep. And you know what? Yeah, you're gonna have a lesson that's gonna kick you in the nuts. And you know what? It's okay because own it. Own it. You're never gonna do it again because it hurts when you get kicked in the nuts. Now, one thing that
Yeah.
we've said before, we've always said that, fuck your 5 year plan, because 5 years is just so far away. And when tomorrow's never guaranteed, it's like, why even put that in place? The other thing I always talk about a lot as well is, fuck your New Year's resolution. Why are you constantly waiting for a date to do the thing that you know you should be doing today? It's like, so I'm all
Dude,
about it.
Aaron, Aaron, I'll tell you, bro, since you brought that up, Elon Musk says, he says, if you want to be extraordinarily successful, write down your 10-year plan and try to do it in 6 months. You'll probably fail, but you'll be a lot further along than you were if you didn't do nothing.
Man, love that.
And I'm
See,
like, dude,
who
10 years,
needs,
10 years, 6 months? Oh yeah, dude,
yeah,
you're going after
because who needs
it.
a 5 year plan and a 10 year plan? It's like, man, it's going to take you nearly 6 months to get there. So here we are putting time
Yeah.
frames on stuff, and it's like, I've got plenty of time.
Well,
You know?
tis the season of vision boards, and what I didn't do last year, I'm going to do this year. It's like, dude, honestly, Aaron, this time of year I love because everybody shuts it down, and I'm just still running the race,
Yeah, man.
and I love it. I literally had to remind myself that people were off and things like that, but I'm like, I'm still moving. The train's still moving. I'm still going, and it's a beautiful season, and this is my favorite time of year. But it's my favorite time of year just because of you know, the family and everything like that, and the lights and everything that Christmas people get mad about, right? But it's my favorite time of year. But at the same time, dude, the race still runs. I still go. I don't have any any stopping other than when the gym is closed, and even then, I'm walking outside to get a walk in. You know what I mean? I'm
Yep.
doing something, and that to me, dude, is just ingrained. It's not a hey, I want you guys to give me credit for this. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that I said I would do it, and I'm doing it.
Hell yeah. Guys, you heard that from John. Now we're going to hold him accountable. Awesome. Man,
Do it. Challenge accepted. I don't
I
shake at
know
all with that,
you're not
Aaron.
afraid. You're unapologetic. You're not afraid.
Yes, sir.
So, John, thanks for 2025, man. It's been It's been mad. It's been an absolute
Another
mad
one,
year.
bro.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. We're getting the hang of this podcast thing. Sooner or later, we're going to be called podcasters. So
Oh yeah.
we're doing all right. But for all you guys that are listening, we'd just like to thank you for supporting us along the way and listening in and tuning in and hearing our story, hearing our life, literally putting life on a podcast, essentially, what we experience every single day, how we overcome it, and hoping you guys have taken a little bit away and applied it to your lives and just become better. We thank you for that.
Even just one thing, guys, it just, that's the kicker. I usually, when I listen to podcasts or videos, I'm taking one or two things away, and those are gems. Keeps me coming back for more. But, bro, I mean, hey, I appreciate you as always. Guys, we will see you in 2026 with the
Oh,
fresh
yes.
episode. And
Oof.
yeah, dude, hey, we got different stories coming up every week. We're always talking about something new. And I love it, dude. I can't wait to see what next week brings, man. It's going to be good stuff.
What tomorrow brings. Man, for sure, brother, for sure. Guys, thank you. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. However you celebrate it, just enjoy, love, and be kind. And we'll see you next year.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody. Love you, brother.
Love you too, bro.